Okay, so I know I'm a little behind of all these spring shows that I said I was going to do, but I'm going to be doing double reaction reviews for all of them throughout this week. The one that was the most surprising that I didn't think they were going to do was Door Hetero Season 2, which they dropped the first 3 episodes last week Wednesday. So I'm going to try to make sure that I catch up, because I think after that they're going to drop like weekly episodes starting of this week. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. Today, we're going to focus on Witch Hat Antler, new spring 2026 anime that a lot of people have been anticipating for, myself included. Now, I have not read the manga, but it's not to compare. But if you like Frieren, I don't see no reason why you wouldn't like Witch Hat Antler. Now, given the fact that I know nothing about the series other than there's mages, witches, particularly younger children growing up to wanting to become mages of the land. Our main character is by the name of Coco, and yeah, that's as far as I know of the series. Okay, I do know for a fact for this series, they did say production and everything was fully completed before the first episode dropped. All 12 episodes are completed. Production line pretty steady, so we have something to look forward for the next 10 weeks. Because the first 2 episodes dropped yesterday, but due to work and everything, I wasn't able to do it. But I will try next week to do it on the Mondays when it does come out. So I am pretty excited. And note that I still got Golden Kamuy to start within this week. Hopefully I can within this week, if not next week, with my very first episode from the first season. So enough chit chat. Let's get into Witch Hat Antler episodes 1 and 2. Kind of like how it opened up like a fairy tale book. And the fact that the deer didn't run away. We got a magic lake that cleans itself. Mm. So I wonder what's the percentage of people that's born as witches or have the ability to be born as a witch in this world. What in the Ghibli? Mm. So I Dang. What does he do? Don't say that. Oh, that was the one from the promotional video. Don't tell me you tricked a poor little child. Oh no, I don't trust this one. Mm. You know what reminds me of? Deku, low key. Mm. What is that? How did they make something that big fall though? This is really giving me All Might and Deku, quite frankly. Mm. Of course, of course, of course. Because how do you make that big old slab of stone fall in the first place? Okay. She tried to copy him. Girl, you dirty. How you? She's going to replicate what he did. That okay? Now it makes sense from the trailer. Cause she didn't know how to get. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Hmm. Oh no, no, no. Oh Jesus. When curiosity marked the cat. I think he sold it to her because he knew how foolish a child would be to attempt. Either that mage believed in her or thought she was foolish enough to make an attempt. I don't know what their reason was for giving her an actual grimoire. Oh, good. Jesus. Mm, I'm low key kind of scared. Oh, God. Why are you making an attempt again? Oh, God. He saw the book? No more for the night. Please go to bed. Please go to bed. Oh no. Oh shh. That's what I'm saying. You don't even know what the. Oh Lord. Yo, mom, run! Run! Oh. Yeah, that means. Oh my God. So there's no way to save her mom? So there's no way to rescue her mom? Are you kidding? Oh my God. Dang. That's kind of rough. Dang. So Queen Free's gonna be her teacher. Okay. That's a fire opening. People gonna be wondering what happened to her mom. I think you just grabbed the the water. Who is you? Oh. Oh, okay. Mm. So they have to. Oh. Oh, they found out. Ooh. Ooh. Words spread around fast. So that means all of them felt it. Dang. take advantage. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. So I'm wondering if that mage wanted to bring back that day, the day of conflict, the age of conflict. Mm. So healing is forbidden. I can see where it can go bad and become forbidden. Yeah. Oh. May have been taken from the yup. Oh. Yeah. Dang. Oh. I knew something was up. I knew he had to be talking to him. Yeah. Dang. Everybody know. Watch, they become friends by the end of the season. Oh, I'm about to say that was my stomach. Oh Lord, she gonna probably start crying. I thought she was going to cry like my mom. I wish she was here. Oh boy. Yeah. Jesus. How the pen ended there? And she's scared. Oh, oh. The T, yeah. The direction. Yep. The S look kind of wobbly too, though, but it's fine. It's for water. Oh, good. Oh, good. Yep, yep. She gonna be a tough teacher. Yep. I will have to say, animation wise, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for the first 2 episodes. We must protect Coco at all costs. That's our daughter of the season, and for the remaining of the year, I don't care what nobody else says. If anybody has problems with Coco, address to me. Address them to me or anybody else that declares that Coco is their daughter, okay? So unfortunately, dang, like it's that I'm guessing Coco as well as her classmates. There's Agatha, uh I can't remember the other two's name because they were pronouncing Agate's name. And low key, I'm thinking like it'll be easy for me to remember Agate's because it's just like Agatha, Agate. Okay. Then there's Quinfrey, the mysterious teacher of this series. He looks like one of the more prevalent secondary characters that you're going to see. So obviously, I can see off rip he's going to be the fan favorite amongst everybody. He's going to be the it boy of Witch Hat and Atelier. I'm telling you right now, I can already see it. I can already, even if I didn't read the manga, I know he's the it boy. Yes, Coco is the main character. We're going to be following her journey of becoming a witch. Okay, I just didn't think that her becoming a witch was at the expense of her mother on a life and death situation. I didn't know that. because from the things that I've heard of this series, nobody really mentions the first initial chapters of the series. So obviously, because the series has been out for a while, I don't know how long, but you're thinking she obviously wanted to become a witch, a mage, right? Due to her curiosity. I didn't know it was due to a grim price. I thought it was more like, actually I know, because I don't read the manga, so I didn't know the circumstances that led up to her decision. Yes, you can already tell she wanted to become a witch because she's fascinated by magic, right? But what led to those is, unfortunate. She is living her dream, but at the expense of, like, if she doesn't find that book in time, what becomes of her mother? Now, I would say her mother is in a suspension animation, so it's not necessarily that she is dead. She's still very much alive, but she's encompassed in this crystal-like state where she can't move. So, and then on top of it is forbidden spells, it's forbidden magic. So in this world, obviously humans have to mess up the good things, right? Where probably, as the way Quimfree was talking about, like how magic is to the current day in the series, is being utilized. Almost everybody back in the past was able to use it. But then if you go back to episode 1, when we had Coco's memories, when we saw that flashback of how she came to be excited about magic and wanting to learn it, and she looked no more than anywhere between 4 to 5 years old, right? I'm going to guess her, along with the other children, are ages 10 to 12. So that flashback was several years prior, and that mage that she came across was probably someone, probably like a dark mage, who was like the people of the Great Fall or whatever from the past. People who wanted to take advantage of magic and use it any way that they want for their own pleasures, even if it meant hurting other people. So when then you had a group of other mages, other witches come together and band and have that day where it's just like anyone that uses forbidden magic is casted out and or they lose their memories. So that's the catalyst. So you can't even use healing magic. You can't cast magic on other people because there is going to be individuals who's going to take advantage of it. So something is telling me those mages who have their face covered, because they look very ominous, right? Those, you know what low-key is reminding me of? Now I gotta really go do the last episode because I didn't do it. Both trying on Stargaze and the Sentence to Be a Hero. Episode 12, I promise I will get to them. I just needed a week off. I honestly needed a week off just to take a break, because usually most shows that I do, I at least get a week before the new season start, but this went straight into it because April was literally the next day, so I didn't really get that break. So I said, you know what, I want that little break in between, so I'll catch up. I'm only like 1 or 2 episodes behind, like technically an episode behind for most of the shows, aside from Dorohedoro. But it low-key reminds me of Sentenced to Be a Hero, where you do have those heterics, or the people who want to converge with the demon blights, with the demon lords, because they want for their own gain. Something tells me in this series, those dark, I'm going to call them dark mages for now, because they want to bring about a world where magic can roam freely and you can do whatever you want without restriction. Of course, without restriction, that means they can do anything with that magic, even if it means harming other people. Not only that, in this series, the reason why I say low-key reminds me of My Hero, but that's now also mixing with Black Clover, it's because you do have humans that are born with magic, and obviously you do have humans that are born without, or as they said in the first episode, those who weren't really born with magic, they can be blessed by it. So I would have to probably, my guess is more like, even if they don't have the abundance of using magic, that kind of low-key sounds like Jujutsu Kaisen with people who doesn't have an abundance of cursed energy, but everybody has cursed energy. Some just doesn't exclude it out so much to the point that they can use inherited techniques. But I would say in this world of Witch Hat Antler is probably, and a low-key is kind of giving Harry Potter. It's a lot of things come together, but a lot of little snippets that you see from other stories. And that's the beauty of storytelling. Like, you read one story and you read many, and there's little things that you can pick apart because a lot of them do have something connected with each other, to bring about something, you know, unique within and of itself. So it low-key just reminds me a lot of those series. But nonetheless, at least in this world, it seems fair that, like, even if you weren't born with an abundance of magic to be qualified to become a witch, it doesn't mean it stops you. It's just, do you have the connections? Do you have the connections so you could talk to somebody and say, hey, I want to learn magic, you know? The only thing is Coco, she used magic she didn't know nothing about, because it wasn't giving details in that book. It was just showing the pictures of witches casting magic, using spells, and she didn't know what these spells entailed. So they're using the most basic of elements. So you have wind, fire, and water. I'm surprised there's no lightning, but that could probably be a forbidden magic. Lightning might be. I'm just saying, because like usually when they use elemental magic, lightning is usually included. So something tells me lightning may be one of the forbidden magic. Obviously, everything about magic, everything entailed about it is in that tower, that library, which you would have to pass the test of those 4 other mages who stand guard. So we're probably not going to get that in this season if this series does do well enough, which I see it can. If Frieren did well enough, I don't see why Witch Hat Antler also won't do well enough. So season 2 is already in the making. I'm just saying, I just called it out right now. If the first 2 episodes are ready like this and they completed the season, production line was completed already and it's in good standing, yeah, season 2 is in the making right now. You heard it from me first. I don't know nobody in the industry, but I'm saying season 2, they're ready for season 2. Will we get it next year or the following year? I don't know. But I feel like within that magic library tower, it does contain lightning elements. And that's part of the forbidden magic. Something tells me. I could be wrong. I can be 110% wrong. I don't know. But I feel that is the case. But so far, I really enjoyed it. I like Coco. I like how inquisitive she is. Despite the tragedy that did happen to her regarding her mother, she still isn't letting it dwindle her curiosity and her love for magic. Yes, it's going to be a little scary because, again, she didn't know what she was doing. She was just very curious as a young child at her age. I'm assuming 10 years old, as any child would be at that age. She just didn't know the consequences of using something that she did not know about, you know. So hopefully, and given the fact that the series as a manga is still ongoing, something tells me she has yet to find the book that can help rescue her mother and undo the magic that was done on her. But on top of that, something tells me, like, just like Black Clover, where you have these grimoires, I'm guessing, if it's the same thing that they're using in the series, each book is unique to the user. So that book that she got from that particular evil mage, that book is unique to that mage. So they have to find that evil mage, that evil witch, unfortunately, and get them to undo. But the thing is, they're hiding, and they also hide behind a mask, so they won't be the only one. So we have to see where the book is connected to and everything, and she remembers the book, so that's a good thing. Quinfrey did not erase her memories, but he also had to speak to the higher ups, you know, the people that basically lay down the rules of the magic world to make sure it doesn't go out of bounds, and to keep a close eye on her, you know, so she doesn't end up doing something outlandish and dangerous again. So yeah, so there is going to be that mystery. Of course, the world is expansive, as we can already tell, and there's a lot more to discover, and this is just the very beginning of this series, so I can't wait to see what goes on. And again, I do like that the cast is a little bit on the younger side, because again, from the perspective of a child and how imaginative their brain is at such a young age, versus if we had it from the mentality of an adult where they're already kind of weighed down from the world. I do like it, because now you can see magic for what it is: sparkly, bright, dangerous, exciting, vibrant. You know, again, if we had it from this perspective of an adult, we wouldn't be able to see it as such. So I do like the fact that it is from the perspective of a child, you know, so she can see it for all what it is and still love magic. So guys, if you saw the first 2 episodes of Witch Hat Atelier, do drop in the comments down below on how you felt about this week's first 2 episodes. If you have read the manga, as I say for every single series on this channel, if it is from a manga adaptation, please, no spoilers, only talk about the chapters which the episode has adapted from, nothing further. If you're an anime only like me, how do you feel about the first 2 episodes? What are the shows that you're going to be watching for this spring season 2026? Do drop all your comments down below so I can read it and comment it or heart it. And the links are in the description box so you guys go check it out. And I'm Kimmy-chan, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! With